This is section 11.6, objective 3. For this one, some of this we already covered. The new stuff is actually the 2 and the 3. So if we have a parabola of this form, f of x equals a x minus h squared plus k, we already know that the vertex is hk, and we know the line of the axis symmetry is x is equal to h. These last two have to do with this a right here, which is a leading coefficient, the number that's multiplied to the x squared. Like if you multiply this out, it's ax squared and then stuff beyond that. So what we're doing is we're looking at this number. This number tells us quite a bit about the parabola. If a is positive, it's going to open up. If a is negative, it's going to open down. So what that means is if a is positive, the parabola is going to look like this. If a is negative, it's going to look like this. Just to give you an idea. Okay. The other thing that a tells you is whether it's going to be wider or narrower than x squared, just a basic function. If a is between 0 and 1, if the absolute value is between 0 and 1, then it's going to be wider, which pretty much means it's just going to be more spread out, kind of like this, just an idea. If the absolute of a is greater than 1, then it's going to be narrower, so it's going to look more like this. That's just a quick overview of that. So we're going to look at a couple examples here. And all we're going to do is decide whether they open up or down and whether it's wider or narrower. That's it. Okay. So I'm going to circle the a squared right here. Okay, so that's negative. So right now I know it opens down. So I'm just going to say down for opening down. And then I'm also going to talk about, that's what they asked for, but I'm going to also talk about whether it's wider or narrower. If we look at this value of a, that is between 0 and 1. So I am going to say it's actually going to be wider. So I just kind of added that in there, even though they didn't ask for it. Okay, here's the next example. Okay, for this, actually I'm going to skip that one, I think. That's a pretty straightforward one. Let me go ahead and jump to, let's do this one right here. Okay. This is my a. My a is 3. A is positive, so it's going to open up. And this is my value of a. A is 3. If I take the absolute value of that, that just gives me 3. That's greater than 1, so it should be narrower. Okay, so that is this example. You could go through the other ones. You have the worksheet. You could kind of look through the rest of them. But the value of a tells us a lot about the parabola. Again, whether it opens up or down, and then whether it's wider or narrower than the basic function. I'm going to do this one, our homework example, on the next slide. On the next video, I mean.